coffee is so good.
Yeah, it
I
is.
just can't stop drinking it. I'm going to be done with it in like 45 minutes.
Oh, you're going to be hurting.
So, tell us the information about this movie.
Oh. Is that why we're here?
It sure is.
All right. So today we are talking about Guns Akimbo 2019. Director Jason Leigh Howden, written by Jason Leigh Howden, starring Samara Weaving, Daniel Radcliffe.
Danny Rad.
I have something to say about that before we get into it. Rhys Darby. It's rated R. We weren't able to get a budget, but it multiple places. Very limited budget. In fact, Jason or Mr. Howden is the creator of Deathgasm. So that gives you an idea of the money that he has to work with. I think there was a little bit more for this one, probably than Deathgasm, but, still superb. And that, folks, is the movie.
That's the thing. So,
who wants to start?
I just really quickly want to address the controversy around this movie, around the director.
Yeah.
So, this movie was very nearly not released.
Yeah.
And that is because the director, Jason Leigh Howden, just went wild on Twitter.
Yes.
Just going on, like, targeting film critics, saying that they were bullying this journalist.
There's a lot of things. Actually, I don't want to get in.
Yeah. Anyway.
Search Jason Leigh, L-E-I, Howden, Twitter rampage, whatever, Twitter something, and you folks can find it. We're not going to give credit to the details.
Yeah. So the distributor, Saban Films, released a statement because people were like, oh, well, he just, fucked his movie.
Well,
right?
They call it to boycott the film.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
And they said that they don't condone, agree, or share his online behavior, which is upsetting, yada, yada, yada. But a lot of people besides him worked on this film. They put a lot of hard work into it and were releasing it for them, not for him.
Yes. And
I need to figure out this new setup right quick.
Oh my gosh.
So, and I think that was a good thing. I think that, the writer-director obviously has a lot to do with the film, but they're not the only person who brings it to life. A film is, by definition, a collaborative effort. Hey, B-Siders. Welcome to another episode of Bravo for the B-Side. I'm Danny.
I'm Jim.
I'm Lily.
And we have a special guest with us today.
Yes, we do.
It's our daughter, Lillian.
Hello.
She watched this episode's movie with us and took some notes, and she's going to talk about it with us.
Yeah. It's super funny.
Yes, it was.
And
it was very funny.
And we watched it just to watch it for fun.
Why don't you tell us about this movie?
All right, so we are talking about Attack of the Herbals.
Yeah.
This monster is 2011, so it's been out for a while, folks.
Yeah, it did release in the U.S. in 2012.
Right. So the director is David Ryan Keith. Writers are Alasdair Cook, Liam Matheson, and David Ryan Keith. Starring Callum Booth, Steve Worsley, Richard Curry, Liam Matheson, Lee Hutchison, and Claire McCullough. Rating is MA. The budget was about 15,000
pounds.
Roughly 19,000.
Yeah,
US.
just a smidge under.
Right.
But.
So the log line is Attack of the Herbals follows two unlikely heroes who stumble upon a mysterious crate washed ashore. The locals find that the one thing to note before we jump into this, folks, you can find this on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Just type in Attack of the Herbals and make sure you click the one that is the channel for clear focus pictures.
Yes.
Because,
Yeah.
as they said in the interview, David said, there are so many pirated versions out there. You might as well see the one that, I don't know if anyone's done anything to the other ones or what. So,
well, just watch the one from the people who made it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And it's free, and you're going to find out as we jump into this that it's just a lot of fun, and I think it is undeservedly in the corner, right, in the shadow.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So so I think
it was beautiful.
It was.
It really was. Well, why don't we just jump into this, because there's a lot to talk about. All right, then we get back to Jackson's grandparents' house, and Gramps is drinking tea, and he's I'm just gonna play it. He's not a fan. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
God, what's the shit you made me, woman?
Do you not like it?
No, it tastes like shite. Are you trying to poison me?
I found it up in Jackson's bedroom.
Found what in his room?
This! Mary down the road says it's fantastic. It's just like posh tea.
Tea? It smells like piss.
So, Gramps, clearly not a fan.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm actually drinking tea right now, so.
Yeah, but we know what kind of tea it is.
Well, you said that this movie made you think twice about drinking so much tea.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost my light.
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
Aw.
It's supposed to be charged.
Well,
Huh.
we'll go with less light.
I openly flee.
Yeah.
Then we cut to Russell. Russell shows the newspaper girl who's boss. As weird as he is, he has no time for the newspaper girl.
No.
She's turned into a herbal, and she's throwing newspapers at him. And then Russ just walks up to her and headbutts her while saying, "Here's today's headline."
Yep. Bam. Yeah, I love when she starts throwing him at him.
Yeah.
He's like, "Stop! Oh, come on!" And then finally he's had enough.
Yep.
And he goes up and he takes out the paper girl. Some people, I guess, laugh at it. I've always looked at it like, oh my God, can't we skip this?
Well, like the beginning of Thanksgiving with all the
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Lord.
lots of terrible jokes in the beginning of that movie. And then we got...
It never
and then-
stops.
No! Wait. Listen.
Yes.
I don't think that it's fair to hate on the Thanksgiving puns in Thanksgiving because those were really funny. It's the other jokes that were not that funny. But the puns landed. The puns were right. The puns were the best.
As a guest, I don't think I should be saying this, but as my mother's daughter, Mom really likes lame puns and jokes. I'm just gonna flat out say it. She
Well,
likes lame things.
So, well, now I can't transition to the next thing that we want to talk about because you just said that I like lame things. So the next thing I say, let's talk about this. It's going to sound like it's a lame thing.
No, let's try it.
No.
She just destroyed you.
And this week we have a returning guest, which is really exciting. Our first returning guest,
Yes.
Liam Matheson, along with Steve Worsley, both of whom star in the really, really fun movie Attack of the Herbals,
Yes.
which we covered last week with our daughter in
Yes.
her first co-hosting appearance with us,
Yes.
which was very exciting.
She was thrilled.
So, well, welcome, Liam and Steve.
Hello. Thank you. Hello.
So, yeah, I'm really excited to just jump into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Attack of the Herbals. Now, it's an older film. Liam, you and David, it was your your first big picture, correct?
That's right. Yeah, it's the first one that we. There was after making short films, we got advised that we should be making a feature film, and this is the one we started with. We're lucky it's not the one that ended us, so it's good.
Well, it's so much fun. And I know the last time you talked with us, we and David, there was the movie wasn't received well because of its humor.
It was marketed as a horror comedy, and it's more of a comedy horror. And it's just in that it's more of the comedy side than it is the horror side. And I think when the horror fans went to watch it, what happened was they ended up being like, "Oh, that wasn't horror at all." You know, when you really look at it, there's not that much horror in it. It's there's a little bits of blood here and there, but you don't really see much. But the comedy is, it still cracks me up. I like this film, so.
Oh yeah.
And I think this genre was kind of pushed away a little bit in the humor aspect, but I think it would have done really well now because of two things. One, more than anything, we need a fucking laugh. We need something to make us laugh these days. But two, just because it is so well done. I mean, I know it was a minuscule budget, and Liam, I'll never forget your description of how you guys would shoot a scene a day. Lorraine showed up, scheduled you, but
Lorraine took over. Like I said, that one, Lorraine took over halfway through because we were just lost with where we were going. There's a lot of footage for Herbals. There's a whole different introduction. Jackson ends up going home, and his wife finishes with him, and there was a whole different story. His landlady kicks him out, and it was absolutely nuts. It's like this massive extended introduction. And then when we showed the film to the sales agent, he was like, "It needs a bit more of a punchy start." And that's when they gave us some money, and that's when we shot the introduction with the Nazis. That wasn't in it at all. It was just a crate washing up on shore, and that was the only part that actually explained it. So,
oh, okay,
so,
interesting.
So we ended up just shooting that introduction, and it was the introduction of Kurt Schwarzenberger, who was our made-up Nazi scientist played by Greg. And it was just the thing with you're right. It's like the pouring the boiling hot water for the tea into the guy's mouth, and it's like that's just. No wonder it sounded weird.
Happens all. Tell us what we have.
We have a little ditty called Killer Sofa.
Yeah, we do.
It was made in 2019, directed by Bernie Rao, also written by Bernie Rao, starring Jed Brophy, Jordan Rivers, Pilmio May, Nathalie Morris, and Harley Neville. It was not rated because it's an indie. Mm-hmm. That happens a lot with indies.
Right.
Best guess would be R, probably. Most likely.
I put it would probably be an R. I mean, it's iffy. And as we get into it, it'll become clear.
Yeah. It'd be. Yeah. It's anyway. She just throws a box at the chair and is like, "Get in."
All right, get in it. Why won't you get in the fucking chair?
Right. So obviously it isn't going to climb in the box.
Right.
So she pours gasoline all over herself and the chair.
Didn't understand that, but I thought clearly bad choice.
Well, I think her reasoning was if I can't burn it in the box, I can just burn it regularly.
No.
I don't know why she poured it all over herself.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Why would you douse yourself? It's like taking a stick of dynamite, shoving it up your ass, lighting the fuse, and then backing towards your target.
I know.
Yeah, you deliver the dynamite. But there are far better delivery methods without involving you.
Anyway, so she lights a match.
Yes.
And she holds it out to the chair, and it goes.
And it goes out.
Blows out the match. So she lights another one. Blows it out again. So she just keeps lighting matches and holding them in front of herself.
Yes.
for several seconds.
Well, to me, it was funny. It was like, I know this wasn't the case, but it was like they were doing multiple takes. Because it's that moment, right? In fantasy, science fiction, all this stuff, where the hero, holds the sword or the wand or whatever out. Oh, it's that, look what I have, motherfucker. Your day is, oh. She's like, do it again. Oh.
Yeah. So she keeps doing it and the chair just keeps blowing it out.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, obviously she can't just toss the match after lighting it instead of holding it out for it to blow out.
Right.
Right. That was